Hello and welcome back to the farm. As I always say at the start of most of my vlogs, it's a really nice morning today. The sun's out, the guys are here doing some work. I've noticed they've actually brought looks like a mixer. I know they've been busy. I won't get too close to them, don't want to bother them, but they look like they're getting near the final touches now, and it's probably a good thing so they're not late for me. But yeah, it's late autumn now, so we're right on the edge of winter. I've had a little sort around in the farm, so I've put, I've tried to clean up a bit and put the equipment in a bit better than what it was. So I'll just quickly show you. So in here it's a lot more tidier. I've kind of decluttered it. It was all over the shop, so I can access it a lot better. And then I've decided to put a lot of the equipment in the shed. And as you can see, it's it's looking a lot better. Right, so what's the plan? The plan is this. We're going to sell some silage. We're going to try and get rid of all this silage, and then we can see actually how much money we'll have left. I've been looking at my finances and I've kind of come up with a plan of where my money should be and what probably I can afford. I mean, we've worked hard all year, and it's coming close to the time where I can actually buy the equipment that I feel like I need. So I've decided that I need about 15,000 left. The main reason for that is I need 10,000 to furnish my home. When that's done and built over the winter, I'm going to need a lot of furniture in there. It's a nice size house, so I want to make sure it's furnished. We've worked hard, so I want to make sure I've got some nice things like, like a nice TV and all that kind of stuff. Just the essentials as well, like that. So 10,000 should do that. I also want to leave at least 5,000 in my account for repayments. Going into spring next year, if I have 5,000, I think I should be alright, because we'll start making money again come next year. But pretty much over winter, after we've sold this silage, we're going to have no income coming in, so we need to make sure at least we've got 15,000. But after we sell the silage at the BGA, and tomorrow we'll have a good idea of where, and how much money we've got left. I've also decided it's getting quite cold now, so I'm probably going to bring the cows in. I've already put a couple bales worth of straw, spread it out with a fork inside the cow shed, so it's all set up. Probably need to put a little bit more feed when they get in there, maybe top up the water, but it is ready for them, so I'm going to do that today. So my plan is, I'm going to sell the silage, then we're going to bring the cows in, and then I'll probably cut till tomorrow morning when we know what money we've got, and then we'll go and make a decision on what we're buying. I like the idea of buying a tractor from Vernon. I think I'm going to do that. I might even buy two. Depends. We'll have to speak to him and see what kind of deal we can come up with. I know I want a slurry tanker as well, because I'm getting quite a lot of slurry. I've also decided that next year when I take the cows out in the summer, I'm not going to give them any bedding out there. It doesn't really need it. So they can just, they've been happy enough, so we'll just leave it at that. And we'll only give straw bedding in the winter time, and probably in spring. I mean, we let them out late spring, so it's most of spring they're going to be inside, and obviously the whole of winter. But the summer and autumn months they can be outside. So for half the year they're going to get bedding inside, and then they'll be alright. Right, so that being said, I'm going to crack on with the work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in the New Holland. We're going to get a trailer out. I don't know how many trailers it'll take. I'm hoping it'll only take the two. I don't really want to be doing any more travelling after that, so we'll just take the two out and we'll fill them up. So I think the best place to park it is where I normally park it. Luckily we've got no crop now in the field, so it makes it a little bit easier. I think that'll be fine there. I'm quite excited to buy a new tractor. Been waiting for it for ages. Ever since we lost the Belarus, pretty much we've been after a tractor. But I just wanted to make sure we had the finances available for doing that. It looks like we've done alright for money this year, I'm not going to lie. So we don't have anything to worry about there. We just need to make sure that whatever we do spend, we have enough left at the end. We don't want to leave ourselves in a problem at all. Right, so what I'll do is I'll throw the drone up and we'll get some nice aerial shots. Okay, that's 3 trailer loads. Should get some good money. Even though I have just looked at the price at the BGA, it has gone down a bit since the last time we did it. It's gone down quite a bit, probably like 30% reduced price for silage right now. Maybe it's the time of year, I don't know. But I know a lot of people will have silage now. And it's not long after silage season, is it really? But yeah, I still get some good money. So the next job, I'm going to drop this trailer off, I'm going to park it up, and then I'm going to go and get the cows in. So we'll have to round them up. Shouldn't be too difficult, he says. Right, so what I'll do is I'll back it up right by the gate, and then it's easy for me to round them in. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll use the gate as well. So let me just turn the tractor off. Right, so I'll just open here. Come on, and you. There we go. Right, so what I'll do is I'll cut back in when I've rounded them up. There we go, easy now. Right, so they went in quite happily anyway, which I'm surprised about. But there we go. Summer pasture. Till next year. Just move it forward and then we'll shut the gate. Go. Right, so we'll reverse in again and we'll open the gate. And it shouldn't be too complicated now because they'll probably want to get out. I think I'm on point here. Just have a quick look. A bit forward and a bit to the right. Right, that should. Yeah, that'll be fine. Turn the tractor off. And we'll open the door. Nice and soft in here. Yeah, it's good. Right, so they're not going to like this, but we'll just take this down and hopefully they'll come out kindly. Right, there we go, back in the shed for winter. And it was straightforward, which is what we want. I was giving a check over because a lot of these are heavily in calf now, due any time. But they do look happy, so that's the main thing. Right, so what we'll do is we'll just shut up. There we go. And then we'll check the water. Straw's alright. Probably need a bit of feed, so we'll do that. But first we'll part this up. Right, so we'll just quickly grab a silage bale. And what I'll do is I'll have to put it down on the ground, rip the bag off, and then I'll spread it out in the trough. So I think if I just put it here, and then I'll get out, I'll get my knife out, I'll quickly tear the bag off, spread it around with a fork on there, and then I'll cut back in after. Okay, right, that was hard work, but we've done it. So I spread the bale out best I could, so they're full up on food now. So the cows are all set, so they'll be happy. We just need to keep check on them, wait for them to start calving. I prefer the idea of them being close here in the cow shed whilst they're going to be calving, because I can keep a better eye on them, and also, you know, it's easier for me to, you know, give them feed and all that kind of stuff. And it's better for them as well. It's better condition in the winter for them to be inside, you know, a structure like this. And it's pretty good. There's not many holes or anything like that. It's weathered quite well over the last year. Right, so I've got no more work to do for the rest of the day. I can take it easy now. So I'm going to just relax, put my feet up, watch a bit of TV, something like that. Get some tea, and then I'll cut back in tomorrow morning and we'll see how much money we've had. Right, so welcome back. It's the next morning. I'm really glad that I brought the cows in. It was really cold last night. We had quite a bit of frost. I think it's about -4 now, so temperatures dropped quite a bit, so it was a really good idea to bring the cows in. Right, so we only got 6,700 from the biogas plant. I told you the price had dropped, and it definitely had dropped. But overall, it's 6,700 extra that we didn't have yesterday. So at the end of the day, it's alright. We weren't going to use the silage. We've got plenty of that. So all the cows are sorted. I've put some more bedding in. I've given some more water and obviously given some more silage. So we've pretty much consumed a full bale now. But they're happy, and that's the main thing. I've still not had any calves, but I know for a fact that one's definitely going to be due today. You can just tell. So we should have another addition to the animals. So we'll probably have 10 by the end of the day. 10 cows, which is better than 9. So hopefully we'll be able to start milking the cows soon. I mean, I've not got nothing fancy in there. It's just a bit of a one-slot parlour. You know, you can pretty much do one cow at a time. It's nothing special inside there. Maybe I'll show you at some point, but yeah, it's basic to say the least. Like I said, we can't afford really anything else, so the parlour that we've got now will do. And we haven't got that many cows anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Right, so the big thing is now what we're going to do, what we're going to buy. So first things first, I'm going to go up to Vernon's because I know for a fact that's when I'm going to buy whatever I need from. Right, so we'll head up to Vernon's. I've been looking online at getonmyland.com. I was having a look at tractors. Tractors are a bit more expensive. Vernon's have got a better deal going. I was looking at slurry spreaders, and they're about the same price, to be honest, as what Vernon's selling, but with it being on a doorstep, it just makes more sense to go to Vernon. And also, I was looking at a feed mixer. I think that's something else we should try and purchase depending on how much money we've got left. I think I'll leave that last because we can just feed them, you know, some hay and some silage, and it should be fine for what we've got right now farm-wise. But it definitely should be something we look into, so we'll figure it out probably next year now. But hopefully by the end of today we'll have a new tractor and a slurry spreader. That's my plan. Right then, let's just pull it up here. Right, so it looks like business has been slow. He's still got all the same tractors, which is good for us. So, what am I going to buy? I do like this Fendt. I really do. £24,000, 11,000 hours on the clock, 195. 190, 24,000 hours on the clock, 15,500. That's got a lot more hours on the clock, but it's a lot cheaper. And I do like the look of it. It kind of reminds me of the Belarus. I also like the idea of this. I think it'd be quite nifty around the farm. It's got a front loader and a front PTO. So that'll help a lot. It's only 13,000. Yes, it's 115 brake horsepower, so it's not like we're going to be doing much field work, but it can do. You know, we could use a tedder on it. We could use a windrow. Still quite a lot it could do. It'd be a lot of help. Let's have a look at some slurry spreaders. Right, so you've got an 8,000 litre one and a 16. I think the 16,000 is a bit too big for what we've got. However, this one's pretty much right in our price range, and also I think it's a good size. It is worn and it needs a clean. There's a lot of paint gone off it. Back plate looks alright, so that should be fine when spraying out. Connection looks okay. Hoses look fine on that. The only thing that this has got going for it that hasn't is the fact that you can see the fill level. I don't think you can see it on this one. Yeah, so that is an issue. That is an issue. I mean, this is where you're supposed to see the fill level, but you can see that it's actually... It's quite old and it's quite... I don't know if it just needs a good clean. I could probably still make it out through there. But yeah, this one's definitely more sophisticated, let's say. Tell you what, I'm going to speak to Vernon and have a good think. Right, let's go make his day and tell him we want to buy something. Afternoon, Vernon. Long time no see. How's everything going? Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear you're okay. I think I'm going to make your day, mate. I'm here to make you an offer on some of these tractors. So I'm interested in the FS19 I'm also interested, I'd say, in the Farmer, the Fendt Farmer 309, I think, C. And I'm also interested in the smaller one of your slurry spreaders. So, is it alright if we go inside and talk finances? Yeah, Scruff, come in. Come sit down. I'll make you a cup of tea. We'll come up with some deal. Okay, Vernon. Yeah, I'll come in. I don't think I've ever actually heard you sound so chipper. But yeah, I'll come in. We'll sort this out. Right then. Well, that took some time, but we come up with a deal. And also, we went through all the formalities and all the proper paperwork and made sure I had all that. So officially, I now own 2 tractors and a slurry spreader. So let me talk what we went through. So, I've bought the Ursus 1934. I've bought the Fendt Farmer. And I've also bought the small slurry spreader. So now they're all officially mine. I'm allowed to drive them away. I've got legal paperwork and documentation stating they're mine. I've paid over the money. Vernon's obviously over the moon. I've learnt one thing about Vernon today. Money is what makes him happy. It really does. So yeah, I mean, he's done quite well for himself. But also I've done quite well for myself. In all fairness to Vernon, he has offered me a good deal. He's knocked £1,000 in total off the price for me buying 3 things. So I think that's a pretty good price. £32,500 for 2 tractors and a slurry spreader. So, that being said, let's get in our new tractors. I've got all the keys. Wow, she sounds really good. She does need a good clean though. I think if we clean this off and all the mud comes off it and all the muck, it'll actually be really good, because I was looking over the paintwork and it hasn't actually got hardly any marks on it. I think it's had a respray at some point, as you can see, because there's hardly any scruffs on it, and it must have with the amount of hours it's had. The only issue I've got is this, and I probably should have asked Vernon for help. I've got to somehow come back, get the other tractor, and then I've got to come back, get my truck. And it's a lot of walking. But God, she's nice. This is driving really well. The mud needs to come off the window, that's the only thing I'd say. But she is driving really well. And it's 190 brake horsepower, so it's really powerful. Really powerful. Compared to the New Holland, which is still 150, so we've got good range now. We've got, 115 brake horsepower Fendt, 150 brake horsepower New Holland, and now 190 brake horsepower Ursus. Let's try the lights. Ooh, got cab lights that work. Indicators are fine. Yeah, really good. Right, so we've done that. We've brought them back. They look really good. 3 tractors and 1 view. Can't go wrong. So I did ask Vernon for help when I dropped off the Urzu site, I had to walk back. I didn't fancy doing that again, so when I brought the Fent back, I asked him to follow me in the truck, and then I went back to drop him off and come back. So a lot of travelling there and back, but it's worth it in the end. So it's getting late, so I quickly just want to give this a wash off. I'm intrigued to see how this looks, because I'm sure that the paint job on this is near enough perfect. Let's have a look at that. That looks impressive. Alright, so let's just quickly have a look inside now that it's clean. Wow. Very happy with that purchase. Very happy indeed. Right, this one next. I've noticed a few more scuff marks on this, so the paint job's obviously not been redone. It's still in good nick. Don't get me wrong, it still looks good. Yeah, nice, and a front loader on it. Very happy day. Finally, all the hard work that we've done over the year is paid off. And it went downhill when we lost the Belarus, but now if you look at what we've got, it really has worked out in the end. Still haven't heard anything back from PC Bridge on what's happening with that fella. Hopefully he'll give me an update. Right, so I've parked the slurry spreader over there. That'll stay there most of winter. There's not going to be much work over winter time. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to end the vlogs, and then what I'll do, I'll take a little break from it, and I'll come back in springtime when I've got my new house and there's plenty more work on. So thanks for watching on my second year on this farm, and let's hope the third year is just as good.